We type a lot, but we don't write a lot anymore. I mean, writing with a pen. But from time to time, I write in my diary. I just love to write down my fun stories, my experiences, my adventures, and then later read these stories again and gratefully think back to this time. But then the other day, a beautiful day, I was walking around and I randomly tripped over and fell on my wrist. It was quite sore and people advised me to rest my right hand for a little bit. As I still wanted to write in my diary, I only had one option. I've tried to learn to write with my non-dominant left hand. Let's go. My left hand is apparently my less capable hand and it's called the non-dominant hand. And holding the pen in the left hand for the first time just felt totally wrong. It feels so strange. For a start, I wrote a sentence first with my left hand and then with my right hand to have a comparison. And that's the first ever sentence I wrote with my left hand. I wrote super slow, it felt super awkward and it actually was quite difficult to write with my left hand. Well, to not say it looks bad, it doesn't look good. So I wanted to choose a sentence which I wrote over and over again and see my progress. I decided to use the lyrics of the last song I've been listening to on Spotify. And this is Crazy Little Things called Love by Queen. So let's go. Again I wrote it down with my right hand and with my left hand to see the comparison. And then I started practicing. The first page took forever because I didn't even know how to hold the pen in my hand and I was so much struggling. First page done, hardly readable. So I kept practicing writing this sentence over and over again for hours until I got quite exhausted. After a few pages I could write down the lyrics by heart and I probably will never forget this sentence. I got a little bit more comfortable writing with my left hand, I got a little bit better, but still my technique was really bad and was super slow and it looked quite messy. It's really exhausting, but I think I already got a little bit better. It looks a bit more readable now. Well, at the beginning I was just trying to copy my technique of my writing with my dominant hand for my left non-dominant hand. After a bit of research I found out this is not a good idea. Because there's a different or a special technique for writing with the left hand. So you put the pen between your forefinger and your thumb. And you use the middle finger and the other fingers to support to hold the pen. And then you rest the pen on this kind of hole between the forefinger and the thumb to make it more stable. And the sheet of paper shouldn't lay upright in front of you, it should be a 30 degrees angle. And then with the right hand, your thumb and your forefinger forms a Y. And like this you hold the sheet of paper so it doesn't slide away when you're writing with the non-dominant hand. And it was mind-blowing, it so much helped to improve the writing. This made it so much easier, my writing got faster, my writing got better, and I really saw an improvement. It's getting better, it's still looking a bit spidery from time to time, and there's some letters which still look really bad, like the W, like the G, like the K, the L, I don't know why. One more thing I had to improve was the movement of my arm. Because when writing, you shouldn't move your arm. It just should be your fingers making this forward and backward movement or right and left movement. I was doing another mistake. I had placed the sheet of paper always on the right side, just I was used to when writing with my right hand. But then sliding over to the left hand made a huge difference and really improved my technique. Also, sitting upright helps to write more natural and makes it less awkward. Having corrected all of my mistakes, I threw myself into more practice. Really focusing on my technique and not making these mistakes again. Even though I was really tempted to write fast, it's important to start off slow and get faster later on. And slowly I could see some progress. I even caught myself putting intuitively the pen into the left hand and not in the right hand, which means I got more comfortable writing with the left hand, it felt more natural and not as awkward anymore.
Getting hot.
And it's so ironical, just behind me there was a primary school and I all the time thought I could just go there and practice and they would be so much better than me in writing. It's actually getting better, like not perfect, but it feels like more normal just to write with the left hand. So it actually looks a lot better, but still a bit messy. I don't know why, how to improve this. But now I got this idea, you know, when you learn writing for the first time in school, you learn the script and I think it helps. So I'm gonna try to write the script and then go back to my normal writing. I hope it'll look great. With this technique the writing gets more curvy because mine was quite edged at the beginning. After more practice and after more pages of the same line again and again, my writing got pretty good. Actually, it's really looking good now. Like, it's super readable, and I think that's it. I felt really comfortable writing with my left hand. It was readable and looked quite nice. Now it was time to compare the writing of my right hand and of my non-dominant hand. First, I had to make sure the speed of my writing is quite similar now with both of my hands. I still was slow with my left hand, so I had to speed up my writing a little bit. And now this is what my left hand writing looks like when I'm writing at the same speed as my right hand. I wrote this sentence 314 times. And now it really looks good. I actually like my writing with my left hand. Like, my writing with my right hand isn't the prettiest neither. Now I got a little challenge for you. 5 more times I wrote down this line, and 4 times with my left hand and once with my right hand. And you have to choose which one I wrote with my right hand. So comment down below what you're guessing, and you will find the solution in the description of the video. Now my diary is full of this sentence, and this is what my writing looks like now. And that's what it looked like at the beginning. But wait, there's one more page. As I told you, I like writing in a diary, and so the last 7 days I practiced, I kept writing in a diary with my left hand. And I got the idea I could write a little story, so every evening I wrote down a few sentences with my left hand to see a progression. And this is my little kind of story I wrote with my left hand every evening for the last 7 days. Dear diary, it's me, the left hand. I feel like writing a story. There was a right hand and there was a left hand. The left hand was not as pretty, not as strong, not as smart, and not as talented as the right one. Just a non-dominant hand, and not good enough, it thought. It wasn't happy with itself. The right hand noticed the left hand looked sad and asked, "What's the matter?" It replied, "I'm not good enough, I'm useless, no one loves me." "What? That's not true," answered the right hand, totally shocked. "I'm so jealous of you. Sometimes you have a lot of free time to enjoy life. You always support me and I can always count on you. You're good just as you are." Then one day the right hand was sick and the left hand could do all the jobs of the right hand and was loved by everybody, but neither was happy now. That's the day the left hand realized something. There are always others that are faster, better, earn more money or are more successful. But that's not important. To be happy, first of all, you shouldn't compare. And you should just love yourself.